The day that I got fired. See, I was not aware that sometimes your breakdowns can become breakthroughs. I'm a firm believer in knowing what you're betting on and seeing clearly what you're betting on. And if you are unsure, you've already lost. So having contingency plans and backup plans is very, very important. Now, that will allow you to respond to what happens to you and not react. So you'll always be ready. So having a plan B is very important. The day that I got fired, I had a lot of emotions going through my brain, my feelings, embarrassed, let myself down, let my wife down. What's next? These are all things that I was thinking. These are all things that I was feeling. However, I tried to see somewhat the writing on the wall, and I had a backup plan. Wasn't really sure what it was necessarily, but I had at least a thought of what it might be. So I felt confident. I had faith, and I pushed forward. So I've got some lessons here that I've learned since I've been self-employed, and I think that you can probably learn from as well, just from being fired. And I know some of you probably have been fired. And the first thing is that you have to take extreme ownership. You got fired. I got fired. So it was your fault partly, and you played a role in that. So take extreme ownership of that. And once you do, you can start moving forward and not let it happen to you again. Or you can be self-employed and make sure it never happens again. So taking extreme ownership is very important. Being in business for yourself is not easy, but it is rewarding. You must have high levels of emotional intelligence. So I would recommend getting the book, Emotional Intelligence, taking the quiz and working on that every single day. There's a direct correlation to your emotional intelligence and what you are getting paid and compensated out there in the workforce. Daniel Goleman, I believe, is the author of that book. Go take it, look at it, and read it. It's really, really great. You cannot be afraid of the fear of failure. Look, fear is only false emotions appearing real. Okay? You have to step back through that. You have to be able to look fear in the face and have enough courage to move towards it, and then it dissipates. Thank you, Darren Hardy, for that. People are going to tell you no. People are going to tell you no every day, and you have to be okay with that. You must be self-directed, motivated, driven, and focused, and disciplined. Nobody is going to tell you what you need to do every single day. You have to understand how to create value for other people. What you do does not define who you are. Remember this. What you do does not define who you are. Life is much more than just your career. You have to pick yourself up every single day. You need to find your why and craft your vision. Napoleon Hill wrote a great book. Just Google it. I'm not even going to tell you the title of it. Google that book, Napoleon Hill, or that author, and it's going to pop up. I recommend you getting the workbook. It's about this thick, and you craft your vision and your why about what you're doing every single day. I think you guys probably already know, but mine is faith, family, friends, fitness, food, fun, future. Live free. See a theme there. The last thing, have faith and be a believer. You have to have faith and be a believer in yourself and in something greater than yourself. It drives me every day to be the best version of myself, to get the man right, and the world will become right. If we all can just get yourself right, and you focus on that every day, we're going to have a better world to work in and hang out in. If you are about to get fired and you know it, or if you've been fired and want to share your story, I'd enjoy speaking with you about that. It's tough. It's not easy to share. It takes a lot of confidence to be able to put this out and talk about it. But if you have a backup plan, you know what you're going to do next, and you have faith, you can get through this. I did. I am. Every single day, you have to remember that a breakdown is a breakthrough in disguise as long as you understand that you can respond to it and not react. Share your thoughts, share your feelings, share your emotions. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. And remember, be great because nothing else pays. Live free.